Hey everyone, welcome back to Open. Our next guest is the new Executive Director of Freelancers Union, a nonprofit organization supporting independent workers through advocacy, education, and benefits. She was hired by former Executive Director Rafael Espinal, who now serves as the Commissioner of the NYC Mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment. And having served as his former Chief of Staff, she's been very instrumental in advancing the union's policy agenda and strengthening member advocacy. And with her organizing experience, she intends to position the Freelancers Union at the forefront of the future of work. Everyone, please welcome new Executive Director of Freelancers Union, Andrea Gordillo. Hello and welcome.
Thank you for having me on, Rhina.
Thank you for being here. Congratulations on your new appointed seat.
Thank you.
And so I would like, first and foremost, to introduce the Freelancers Union. I know I gave a description of it, but I would like to hear more about why it was even formed.
Right. Well, the Freelancers Union was founded over 30 years ago in Brooklyn. And it was founded because there was no association or representation for freelancers who for generations have worked without the same sort of benefits that employed workers receive. And it was founded as an insurance company to provide health benefits for freelancers who couldn't otherwise access it. And when the passage of the ACA happened, they received those benefits, but the union's advocacy, other non-traditional benefits, and public education remained.
And so now it's nationwide.
It's nationwide, yes.
Right. Okay, so you just used an acronym, that ACA.
The Affordable Care Act.
Okay,
yeah.
Got it. I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page and understanding, right? So you're here to service those who are operating independently, obviously, right? And just because I was scrolling through the website myself and I'm going, oh my gosh, I didn't really know that all of this is being offered with free membership, no less. So, so walk us through how that's even possible.
Right. So the Freelancers Union is a free association for all independent workers. There's over 60 million independent workers in the United States, over 1 million here in New York City. And we help freelancers navigate the benefits that they need. And when they purchase insurance through our brokerage, it helps us sustain ourselves. We also receive public support and donations from our members as well, but it's not required.
Okay, so, all right, we're going to get into the insurance in a minute, right? But do you need to have the insurance in order to have these benefits offered, right?
No.
So let's share with our audience everything that the union offers, because you have some pretty like vital necessities here,
That's
including network and legal. All right, because legal is always a big issue as well.
Right, right. Well, freelance workers, they don't have the benefit of an HR department or a legal department to support them in their work. So the Freelancers Union strives to be that for them. They also work often in isolation, so our community hub in Sunset Park offers a home for them and community that we build. We help them create programs and workshops for all types of personal and professional development.
So that's that workspace image that you have forwarded us, right? So, I mean, I don't really need to plug anybody, but it's kind of like a WeWorks. I did it anyway.
But free.
Right,
Yeah.
for free. But my point is that it's one of those spaces where people can come and go, and do they need to make reservations and so forth? And of course, you have to be a member.
Yes, but it's free to be a member. It just helps us maintain our communications and our member advocacy when you join.
Right, and so so that's that part of it, where it's basically you're set up in a way that you can offer them office space.
That's right. And a photo hub too for photographers and videographers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, because it's freelancers, and most of the artists are freelancers.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you also offer workshops. So I just wondered, like, do you offer workshops separate, small businesses versus like artists?
Well, a lot of artists are considered small businesses. They might be incorporated as an S Corp or an LLC or just as a sole proprietor. So we offer a range of services. We have a calendar monthly of free workshops, and a lot of it is oriented towards things like tax preparations, which is a little complex for freelancers, open enrollment, insurance navigation, but it can also be anything that supports their business, anything from web management, social media, editing reels, it runs a whole gamut.
And so, okay, and I hope that's not overwhelming for anybody who's listening in, because the truth of the matter is this is what comes with operating independently. These are things that you must have. You must have a website. You must have somebody managing or helping you with your finances. You must have somebody that you can refer to when you have contracts and or MOUs. And then there's this insurance factor, right? So is that the insurance we're talking about? The health, dental, disability, liability. So let's talk about that.
That's right. Yeah, we have quarterly workshops. We have a member benefits director who works with our freelancers one-on-one to get them the best rates, the best products that are meant for their businesses or for their work.
And then there's the networking aspect of it, right? So you have a freelancers hub where everybody kind of networks amongst each other, which means that there's internal hiring. Yeah. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, there is. We sometimes have, during Valentine's Day, we always have a matchmaking event where we try and bring chambers of commerce and different types of employers to come and meet freelancers. But oftentimes the freelancers hire each other.
And so now, having become the new executive director, do you have anything additional that is part of your vision?
Well, we have a lot of work set out for us. Freelancers are not a niche workforce, like I said. 60 million Americans freelance in some capacity. That makes up almost 40% of them. And the social safety net has not caught up to them. They don't have the same type of insurance benefits. They don't have the same types of access to 401ks or retirement plans. Or unemployment insurance, paid leave. So those are all things that I'm looking to work with our membership to strengthen nationally, state by state, and federally. And then we're also looking to expand nationally, open new hubs and offices around the country. And all of that is with the eye to the political and economic force that the freelancers are. We need to work with our membership to be able to get these things done. And there's an enormous potential there, and I really believe we can do it.
So what you're saying is that while you are a national organization, you're dealing with everybody digitally, and now you're going to expand into opening hubs in each of the different locations that you're currently dealing with, because they all have different needs.
Yes. Yeah, obviously a lot of freelancers live in cities, so places like Los Angeles or Austin are places we're looking to grow our presence in.
Wow, that's so fascinating, right? Because it started here in Brooklyn.
That's right.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's national now. I read somewhere that you have like 500,000 plus members.
Right. That's right.
And now you're looking to expand into having brick and mortars in other locations. And yet you offer all these services. I'm just trying to grasp the whole thing, because you're a godsend to anybody who's out there, on that entrepreneurial path.
That's right. And the more we grow, the more of a foundation we have to be able to provide services. It's a ecosystem that supports itself, right? Every member that contributes, whether by purchasing insurance or just being part of our community, strengthens our union.
And so what does that look like? Let's just say somebody joining and signing up, because you can just go to the website, you sign up, it's free. And so what are the next steps from that?
Yeah, you create an account. We keep in touch with you. We keep in touch and give you all the most important information that you need. Obviously, there's a lot of seasonal things that freelancers need to keep in mind. Tax season is the big one. Open enrollment is another big one. But just news and advocacy, ways to plug in, events that you can be a part of, invitations, products that you might need. Those are all things that our team works really hard to find the best the best tools that freelancers need to grow their businesses.
Yeah, I think one of the key ones that you mentioned is tax season, because when you're a freelancer, that either becomes a huge expense, and or you need to understand the language of deductions.
That's right. That's right. So we offer workshops. We also have blogs and navigators that can help freelancers to get that all done.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. And all of this is free once you become a member.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So if there are any words of encouragement you can offer somebody who's considering going down the path of freelance work, what would they be?
Well, definitely join the Freelancers Union. When I was younger, I also got out of college during a difficult time. It was 2012. There was in the wake of the financial crisis. And for me, it was difficult to get a job. And so I started freelancing, but I didn't know about the union. And had I known about them, I probably would have been in a much better financial position. And so, people who are looking to freelance are usually doing it because sometimes they're doing it because they want the flexibility of, working on their own time. Mm-hmm. Maybe you have children and you want to spend time with them on your own time. There's a whole number of reasons why people might freelance, and sometimes they're freelancing because they have to. We're seeing a lot of tech layoffs. We're seeing a lot of layoffs in media too. So it's a difficult and isolating situation in that case. And the Freelancers Union is here to be your home, not just as a community, but also as a place where you can be your political home.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Andrea,
Rhina.
for
Thank
bringing
you.
me here.
Appreciate you.
Oh my goodness. Everyone, okay, you have backup if you are out there operating independently. That was Andrea Gordillo, Executive Director of Freelancers Union. And oh my goodness, all of the services that they are offering for free are definitely enough for you to be curious to even visit the website, okay? So if you want to learn more about the Freelancers Union and how to become a member, all you got to do is visit freelancersunion.org, and you can also follow them on IG at FreelancersU.